today. I just want to say welcome to Mark on the Mark, IntellectualRadio.com. I'm glad to be back. I had a trip going down to Dallas. Had to go down and get away and, see all my family and things like that. So forgive me for not being on those scheduled days, but we're going to schedule actual times for the days that we're going to be on now. We're setting our format now, so you're going to love that because we're going to set a format and we're going to go right to it. Before I introduce a man, let me tell you, when we talk, we're going to talk real. Y'all know, everybody know, I probably got in trouble doing my career because, as most of the young kids say, what is it? Keeping it 100 or what is it? Yeah,
notorious.
Notorious. Yeah. So a little bit. So, when I'm coming to you straight. And then I want to give you a little 2-minute background why I actually went into keeping it straight. Most of the people don't know is that I'm diagnosed with rheumatic fever. And rheumatic fever is basically a hole in your heart. And I wasn't actually able to play sports, move around. Matter of fact, I spent 1 year and 2 months in the hospital. I couldn't come outside. I could only look through a window and see kids playing down there. But the impact it put in my life is that all I had to play with every day are the other kids that were in the hospital with some other illness and things like that. And then when you do that, you know what that does? That ends all, because you don't care what that kid is. I want to play with him. Right. I just want to play with him. I just want to hang out with him. And then during that time, you see the families. And believe it or not, when somebody's in a scenario like that or sick like that, race goes out the window because all you care about is that person getting healthy, being happy. You see the families communicate, all races, all everything. So being a young kid growing up with that being what I saw first, I didn't see anything. I didn't see no races. I didn't see anything like that. And that was an impact in my life early. And it actually spilled over into, how I look at things all my life, because when someone's ill, everything goes out the window. So I look at what I say today and the way I take things today and the way I look at sports, where I look at anything, I look at it from its bottom value. That's it. And I can't think any other way. I get in trouble about it because I look at it from its bottom value. I'm not political, and I'm never going to be political. So, I just wanted to spill that out there. But so everything you get is coming like that. Some of y'all going to like it. Some of y'all not like it, and what we talk about it, and we'll figure out where it goes from there. All right. So I'm keeping it like that. It's always going to be like that. It's never going to change. But what I really want to do is that from Chicago, during our time, especially during my high school days. Yeah, during my high school days, you never know exactly where you're at so far as a ball player because you're just out there playing. I think, hold on, let me do this because we're gonna get into this, and I just can't help myself.
Listen, you got emotional, so I
can't help myself. Listen,
brother. By the way, I'm co-host Bobby. He got the legend next door.
Listen,
he almost had us crying.
Oh my goodness, let me tell you. Listen. I want to tell you like this: is that in high school, you think you're it. I was blessed and I thought I was it. And I'm sitting in high school and looking every day and I'm saying, okay, man, I dropped 50 yesterday. I'm cold, I'm the thing today. And I said, okay, I dropped 50. Then all of a sudden I would look in the paper and I see this guy and they call him Mitchell Anderson. 57. I said, hold on. And then the next night I might have had, 30. He come 58. I thought, hold on, I'm supposed to be the coldest in high school. What is that? Okay. And then the next year, but hold on, yeah, this is my boy. This is the first forward that I played with in high school, which was a period that was the most phenomenal ever. Meaning that, and I'm gonna go back to this, meaning that we were sophomores in high school. Yep. We were sophomores in high school. At point, they had a pro league here. They had a pro league here. I'm a sophomore in high school. He's a sophomore in high school. And we were the first guys in Chicago to say, we're going to put a high school team in the summer pro league. High school team. We're supposed to be playing in the AAU. We're supposed to be in the AAU, right?
Yeah.
We're supposed to be in the, how old is that? That's
15, 16,
15, 16. That's what we're supposed to be. We're in the pro league.
That's what they need to do for them shorties now, though.
Well, you know what? I don't know. But hold on. Let me tell you what happened to pro league. So, we both scared. Was you scared?
I was scared.
I was scared too.
When I hit
Talk closer to the mic, JJ.
When I hit my first jumper, I said, it's easy.
This ain't no deal. Ain't no deal. Well, see, I was so scared. I'm sitting in here and I'm looking, and Isaiah was our teammate too.
Yep.
I'm sitting in here.
Pros said they were scared.
Yeah, but we weren't pros then. Look, man.
Y'all pros, though.
Hold on. I'm peeking out the window in the locker room. I'm looking at Marcus Johnson.
What?
Hold on. Some of you guys
Johnson.
might not know this. Mickey Johnson. I'm looking at Ricky Sobers. I'm looking at, was Ricky Green in the pros at that time?
Yep.
Ricky Green. I'm looking at
Reggie Diaz.
And then that mean had to be David Greenwood was almost in the pros.
Greenwood, he was there.
Here we are, high school players looking out the window. And trying to act like we tough. All us scared. all us scared. Everybody's scared.
Yep.
Isaiah sitting over there in the corner, man. I'm looking at Isaiah, man, and I'm like, did he pee on himself? Did he pee on himself? We trying to act like we ain't scared. We ain't scared. But then all of a sudden, here we go. We going to the JJ. We're going to the game, and and I know is that one thing you wasn't finna punk us.
Thank you.
You wasn't finna punk us. We might be scared, but we ain't finna punk us.
Right.
And JJ, who I remember that first game. I don't know, was it Marcus guarding you or was it Mickey guarding you?
Mickey guarding me.
Mickey was guarding you.
What you do to him?
Oh, the business. The business. When I was JJ, I was like, JJ, help me out. Because I was like, JJ going after him. I was like, going after him.
What numbers you was getting in high school?
Oh,
what out a 3-pointer? 43 points a game.
With a 3-pointer?
Without the 3-pointer.
Without the 3-pointer, 43 a game?
Yeah.
43 a night. Hold it.
That's one and done,
Hold it. And then let me
How
drop.
tall is he though?
6'8". And let me drop this on you though. And then I'm gonna let him get back to him. Drop this on you. And this is why I think it's so important for people to be in the right atmosphere for the right time with the right coach and the right thing, right? Because what I'm saying is that, and I'm pulling off, I'm keeping it 100, is that at that point in our career, ain't no way I could say that I was colder than JJ.
Right.
I was out of line. If I said that I was colder than JJ, but I was out of line.
You had a team, Eddie Johnson.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Ron Randolph.
Come closer. He said, "Can you come close to the mic, Vic?"
Skip.
Yeah, we had a crew.
Yeah.
We had a crew.
Teddy
You ain't have a crew.
No.
He's saying man, high school.
High school, okay.
He ain't have no crew. He
ain't have a crew.
Yeah, but you ain't have no crew. But what I'm saying is that okay, after we had that crew, and I was telling you about it the other day. After we had that crew, when it came time to go to college, is the fact that, and this is by sheer God or luck or whatever only, is that when I told you when I went to DePaul, Ray looked at me and he said, "Listen, I'm finna show you and teach you things that are gonna sound crazy, but they're gonna help your game." And what he did, man, he showed me, man, where they're gonna be doubling me from. How to get leverage, how to play angles, how to do all of these things.
You called it the type of martial art. What'd you say?
It was kind of like Tai Chi, because I would use other people's weight against them.
Right.
Like, you know how I played the box. You would push me long enough, I would give it and then get by you.
Right.
So that kind of interferes with you coming away from me, right?
But you can dribble.
Yeah, true. I can dribble.
Most big guys can't dribble.
True, but that's another thing.
Right.
Ray made me put the ball on the floor. And then what I'm saying is that now I go to DePaul. He dropping more numbers than I am. He goes to a different school.
You go to Bradley, right?
Yeah, but he goes to Bradley. But the thing is that Bradley, he didn't have time to mature and get that space like I had. He had to come in right away, and then he got double team, triple team, kill him. Everything triple team. But see, I had a decent crew because I had Gary Garland, I had Curtis Watkins, but I had a little growth room. You know what I'm saying? And when you came in, it was like we putting 3 on Mitch Anderson.
Yep.
We putting 3 on Mitch Anderson. Yeah, we putting 3 on him. We putting 3 on him. But see, now going back to the pro league, when we came out in the pro league, what I'm saying is that we were 16, 15,
right,
something like that. And
how tall was you then, though, man?
I was still about 6'5" then. We was all nice size.
15, 16?
Yeah.
I was 6'7".
He was 6'7". Yeah, he was 6'7". Yeah, he was a big boy. But let me tell you though. So what came in is that this Chicago, how Chicago brought up. We came in there and like, okay, y'all pros, but then they tried to punk us.
Yeah.
Hold it. They tried to punk us. Hold it. I can never forget the first time out, and it was like an incredible experience. This might have been the experience that made us
pros.
We came on the bench and we getting handled.
Yep.
Man, remember that? We getting handled.
How many pros was on that team right now to this day that was on that team?
All of us made the pros. Doc always made the pros. Mitch made the pros. Isaiah made the pros. Doc Rivers made the pros. Right. I made the pros. Everybody. We had one more pro. Everybody made the pros. Eddie Hewitt. Everybody made the pros. Everybody went to the pros. But see,
that was y'all summer league team.
But we was high schoolers though.
Right.
So now to get you right on top of it is that let me tell you the best moment of all, man. Listen, I'm telling you, the best moment of all, man, is that when we came to the bench, we looking at the bench like this, and I'm looking down at JJ, I'm looking at Isaiah, I'm looking at that. I was like, man, look, I don't care what's gonna happen, but I ain't finna be punked like that. Yep. Mr. JJ went off first. I never forget it. JJ, we throwing the ball about 9 times in a row. I was Mickey or what I'm guarding 9 times in a row. Hold it. Jumpers, dunks, buckets. I was like, geez. But see, JJ had one of them games where his jumper started everything.
Right.
And he could put it on the floor. And he could put it on the floor. And plus he was 6'8" though too. Woo! He was 6'8" though. So man, let me tell you, in that gym, we were in the bottom of Malcolm X. Right. In the bottom, and a lot of you guys, if you're from Chicago, you know bottom of Malcolm X. Listen, we was down big numbers.
Oh man.
Big numbers. Man, we came back and won that game, dog. It was over. Hold it. After that, all the pro teams, some of them started not showing up.
Right.
Right. I was like, wasn't you supposed to be on that team? Yep. As young kids, we play what's the name of next week?
Right.
Remember we? We was like, they started showing up. They started showing up. No, but see what I'm saying is this is the forward, my first forward that I played with, that when we played together and we playing against pros, I was like, JJ playing with him like, ain't no problem. And
you was like,
well, Mark, what you gonna do? Mark, what you gonna do? Right. Ain't no problem. But I want to say, back in high school though, we played to see who was the best.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
because if you win in Chicago, fuck that. Excuse me.
That's the truth.
Yeah. Right.
That's the way you felt. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't take no championship. If you win in Chicago, you're the best.
You're the best.
Right.
You're the best. You absolutely the best.
Chicago the best. Got the best basketball players.
One team was out downstate from Chicago.
Only one.
Right.
That's when it was like that. See, it's not like it is now.
Right.
See, now they got
1A, 2A.
1A. Right.
No, one team. Right. Everybody. So you had to beat everybody
in the state.
In the state.
In the game was at the amphitheater.
Yeah, it was at the amphitheater. Right. Yeah, at the amphitheater. That's the old school. At the amphitheater.
Break out concerts at that one.
Yeah, at the amphitheater. So I'm looking at it, and you just look at that time in those years is that you got Mitch on the floor who went to the pros. You got Doc River on the floor who went to the pros. You got Isaiah on the floor that went to the pros. And you got myself on the floor that went to the pros. But looking back then and then looking now, you be like,
yeah, y'all.
Jeez. You're like, whoa. You're like, jeez. You're like, are you kidding me?
I was sick with a 6, 5 or 6.
No, Anthony Brown went to the pros.
Anthony Brown went to the pros. Yeah, that's right. Hold it. Hey, what I'm saying is that, listen.
What class was that?
I don't know. That's a unique time, man.
What year y'all graduated from high school?
89?
79.
No.
79.
79. Yeah.
So that's 79. Class of 79, man.
But I'm saying
we had to put that up against,
man.
Hold it. And in the summer league, let me tell you, it got to a point, and I don't know, a lot of you guys are all over the country, but let me explain to you about this particular summer league. It's at a college.
Chicago State?
No, this one was at Malcolm X. It's at a college. People came to see us after that.
Right.
They didn't come to see that. There'll be a pro team that played before us, but they playing another team. It'll be some people. But when we came in there to play, Chicago came to see us play the pros. Matter of fact, we were the draw. We were the draw. We were the draw. Yeah. High school players. I don't know if that ever happened. I don't know if that ever happened before.
That ain't never happened.
No.
Because once y'all broke through, the level of the game was at such a high peak. Because y'all were the first ones to break through like that, at that level.
What I'm saying is that I don't know of any ever during my time of any other tournament that they didn't allow high schoolers to play. Right. You played, the other little tournaments that they had.
Right.
Yeah, but Sergeant Carter. You know Sergeant Carter?
Yeah, I know.
Sergeant Carter.
Live in Vegas now.
Sergeant Carter live in Vegas?
Uh-huh.
Okay, this gentleman, he was a police officer, and he came to us and told us, he says, remember he said that, and we all act like we was okay with it, but everybody was scared. He said, we gonna put y'all in the summer pro league. And I say, well, how can we do that? He says, there's no rules to keep you against it, and y'all need to play against the best.
That's nasty. And anybody want to talk to Mark and JJ Anderson, man, y'all call in.
Yeah, man.
Holler at them, man.
708
y'all holler.
223-8953.
What is it, Big Mark?
708-223-8953. Intellectual Radio.
Scary, man. We get off air and everybody be sending us messages, man. We was gonna call.
Now, whatever it is. So now, I want to go there. First of all, we only got so much time. And I'm keeping it totally in the top. Now, when we talk about this pro thing, everybody, and LeBron, I know him well, talk, real respectable guy. I know you know him.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Good guy, man.
But it's not to compare Michael Jordan and LeBron.
You can't do it.
Right. No, you can't compare eras, man.
You can't do it.
Fair.
No, you can't do it.
Right.
So why would, when I look at it the same way. I say, well, hold on. I say, you're crossing arrows, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't cross an arrows. But, and the way I look at it is that LeBron is dominant.
Yeah.
But when you talk about the Black Cat, different monster.
I know.
Different monster.
But he had to go to y'all in Detroit.
Right.
In the East, LeBron, nobody.
No, there's nobody. If you think about it, when we talk about it, is that after the Pistons left,
he had free reign.
But he had a roll. After the Pistons left, now that's when he went on a roll.
Yeah.
Right.
And then if you look at LeBron's situation now in the East, he on a roll because he, with that weak team. Look at this team that they had. Man.
You got to call.
Hey, we're gonna drop this call in, but we're coming right back to that, man. We're coming right back to that.
Right now, just push on, right? Yeah.
Caller, you on, man? What you got?
What's going on?
What's happening? Give it to me good. Don't come with no fake question, man. I don't want to hear nothing no crap. I hope you know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
I'll come correct.
Come correct there, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Come on.
What's your name?
My first question is...
What's your name and where you from?
This is Darius English, and I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
You from Detroit? Okay. All right. Come on with it, man. Come on with it.
Motor City. So I got a question for Mark McGuire.
Yeah, I'm with you.
if you weren't on that Pistons team, on those 2 back-to-back championship teams, do you think the Pistons still would have won with Adrian Dantley?
They tried that before. I thought you were gonna come with a real question, man. They tried that before.
I just want your honest opinion, though.
Let me drop it to you, and I'm gonna give it to you in a term that you can understand so far as basketball. And if you remember, and you're in Detroit,
right.
Before I got there, think about it. Did you ever hear of Joe Dumars?
Before, what year you come? 80?
Just think about it. Before I got there, Joe Dumars was averaging 6 points a game.
Right.
Yes. So when I got there, I got double teamed all my life, everywhere, wherever he's going, I got double teamed. And I had to let Joe play. Joe, listen, if I get double teamed and I throw the ball back out to you, and Adrian Dantley had him programmed to where he wouldn't shoot and he'd throw the ball back into him, Joe Dumars wasn't there was no Joe Dumars. Matter of fact, there was no Dennis Rodman. You didn't hear.
So you saying that
it wasn't
in addition to you open it up for everybody else to flourish off of it.
I had to tone my game down in order to include Dennis and Joe, which was hard. Well, let me let you know, man, because you know I was used to throwing buckets.
Thank you.
But I had to like tone my whole game down, and I used to go to Isaiah's room late at night and kick his door. And you know, I'm not happy with this all the time. You know, I got a guy on me. I got a guy on me. Hold on. I got a guy on me that when I meet him in the Western Conference, he's so scared when I walk out on the floor, he getting 40 regardless. But now I'm playing with y'all, I'm only getting him 20. He happy. He got off the hook. Yeah. He happy. But, you know, so AD wasn't going to do that. You know AD wasn't going to do that.
AD was a ball stopper,
you know he wasn't going to do that.
He hold that ball the whole
shot.
You know
he was a ball stopper. Huh?
I was on the team with him.
He was on the team with AD. Huh?
And Joe D did average 27 in that first finals. He got that finals MVP, right?
Yeah, but hold it. Who was playing with him?
Yeah, y'all was balling.
All right, so you answered your own question. There it is. Okay. All right, baby. All right, appreciate you, man. Yeah,
I got one more question.
Man, come on with your other question, man, from the motive.
All right. So CP3, my favorite player of all time. Cole. When you compare his game to Isaiah Thomas, what similarities do you see, and what contrast do you see? What's different?
You want to answer first?
Well, CD3 will share the ball, and Isaiah too. But when the game get close, Isaiah take over.
Isaiah takes the game
right.
over. He takes the game over. I tell you what, when I see him, what I see in comparison is their IQ, their intellect, meaning that they understand where the ball needs to be. They understand what's the soft spots. They understand where it got to go. And I agree with Mitch is the fact that, but when it's on the line, Isaiah's like, listen, man, you give me a little space. Give me a little space and let me do what I got to do.
Right.
Okay. Hey, I got another caller, man. I hope I answered your question. Let's go.
Man, thanks for calling, D.
Thank you.
D time.
Hey, I don't know. Come on, man. Hey, look at it. You on Marking the Mark. Where you at? What's your name?
What's up, fellas? This is J4, man, from Chicago in Atlanta, man. It's a pleasure to talk to you legends, man. I love what you guys are doing.
Well, I'm glad you man. Let me tell you, the only forward in my life while you checking this out that I ever said, but he got game nice as mine. Yeah. Go ahead, man. What's your question, man?
Check it out, man. You guys are from that era as you described, man. My question is this. With all this fancy training you see these new guys doing, you know, it seems like in you all's era, you guys played street ball and worked out. You know, it seems like training, you know, man, all this two-ball dribbling and stuff. What are you guys' thoughts on that, and how much do you think it really helps guys' games versus, you know, just hooping? You know, talk about that if you would.
None.
None.
You got to get up in the morning and run You got to shoot by yourself. If somebody want to rebound, somebody rebound. If you want to dribble by yourself. You have nobody to push you back. I don't know nobody.
I don't know that. That ain't gonna happen in the game. That's not happening in the game.
You talked about trainers though, man.
Man, let me tell you about. I'm gonna tell you about. Let me tell you about these trainers. Listen, I'm saying this, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm answering your question now. Let me tell you about these trainers, man. These trainers. Let me tell you. I learned to dribble the ball because I had to dribble 5 blocks to the gym that I was going to on the concrete.
Man, you'll walk all the way to the park.
All the way to the park. Hey, listen, do you know how many people do that? Everybody can't do that. Trainers, listen. I think they're a waste of money. They're a waste of time, and you don't learn anything. I think once you get older, you'll need them, but not early. We got another call on the line. JJ, they blowing us up, man. I want to talk about some of this NBA. Caller, who we got on the line? Caller, what's your name and where you from?
My name is Joe Smith, calling from Kansas City via Chicago, Illinois.
All right, what's up, man?
The show.
What's happening, man? No, thank you, appreciate it.
Bobby Wells from back in the day over 103rd. Know him very well. What's up, Bob? How's it going?
What's going on? Who is this?
This is Big Joe.
Big Joe, what's up, Mike?
What's happening?
How you doing?
Man, it's all good, man.
That's all good. My question is basketball related about the NBA in its current state. More importantly, about my OKC Thunder and Carmelo Anthony and Russell and PG.
You know I'm gonna bring you 100, so I hope you don't be upset with what I bring to you. Okay, go ahead. Everybody got their own opinion. Go ahead.
In my opinion, I think PG gonna go ahead and resign for 1+1 just to move forward with that core group to see what they can get done.
Who's that?
PG.
13.
Paul George? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
And it's $40 million on the table if he leaves.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm saying that I'll probably get like $35 million per for the next 2 years. Okay. My question for Mark and you guys is, do you think with that core group they can go far the conference?
You want to go drop that? Hey, now he was in the GM's office too, so he had to do some trading stuff when he was in Memphis. So what do you think about that?
If Westbrook passed the ball,
Westbrook passed the ball,
right? But being the stat guy, he's not gonna pass.
He's not gonna pass.
But Melo couldn't make a bucket this year either, though, man.
Let me tell you.
Melo stunk it up, Joe.
Let me tell you, my little piece.
But to Melo's credit, though, he had to change his whole game for 15 seasons playing that one page ISO score to come up to be a pull-up 3 shooter. But after one season, you had to give him a couple of years to change his game to get that right. You know what I'm saying?
I know you love your OKC, right? Let me tell you, you know your OKC, and I told him this about Durant, and I told him this about Durant. Sometimes you have to give in order to go forward, and you have to respect your teammate and sometimes be led by somebody else. I told Bob when I first came to Detroit, we were playing a game against Boston, and Isaiah was 1 for 14. I had to lean across the bench and say, "Hey, listen, man, stop shooting." hey, stop, man. Look, could you pass the ball, man? But respectful enough to me, understanding where I'm coming from, he looked at me and said, "Yeah, Draws." Look, I said, "Yeah, stop shooting."
Man, these shorties won't say that to each other now.
What I'm saying here is that with Kevin Durant, Harden, and Russell Westbrook, if we had seen that crew together, no, you ain't going nowhere.
Right.
No, listen,
Harden was the 6th man now.
But look, this is what I got in trouble for with Derek Harper. I had to go up to management up top and say, listen, I'm not going to drag out these games when my best point guard is on the bench. Right. And I would have went upstairs to them and say, listen, Harden has to start.
Right.
I'm the one winning these games.
Right.
So, but I got in trouble for stuff like that. I hope I answered your question. We got another caller, man. Oh, man, hold on. Hey, you on Mark and Mark. What's your name and where you from?
Johnny Homer, Chicago.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, Mark, I remember back in the day when I was in Austin, and Austin had Eddie Hughes. You remember him?
Eddie Hughes, Roach. We played on our team.
Yeah, you played on that squad. You had Eddie Johnson, you, Skip Dillis, and I think Bernard Randolph. And all we had on our squad at that time was Eddie Hughes and Anthony Johnson.
Right.
Yeah.
And another guy named Joe Jackson.
I know that. I know them.
And I remember you came down. Y'all beat the hell out of us that game.
I'm sure we did. Go ahead.
But you was at Austin at one time, weren't you?
Yeah, I was at Austin.
Okay. Yeah, we go this way back in the day. I guess some folks don't remember that.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say one thing about that, and I hope viewers and everybody can see it. Is that I told a little piece earlier is that because of the way I grew up with rheumatic fever, being in the hospital, race doesn't exist to me. Right and wrong exists with me. And there's a gentleman. He was a white guy. His name was Gary Peckler. He was the head varsity coach, right?
Okay.
And what happened was that there was a sophomore coach. His name was Felix Brown. And they saw me and AJ and all of us getting ready to blossom when this guy was, sandwiches, we had to eat. He was burning his gas, picking us up, driving us to these summer league games. He was taking out his family's mouth.
Right.
Basically to help us. He didn't have to do none of that. And then when they saw this crew coming, they fired him.
Oh.
That's why you left?
Man, I went downstairs. Well, another thing is that the biggest issue, it's one issue I left, but the biggest issue is that they let me play after missing 147 days of school. I think it was 147. Okay. And then when my mom came in there and she found that out, she kind of left her words.
And 47. How many days?
I don't know. I think it was too many days.
I always tell my sons, Michael Jordan didn't get good going to class, and he just so damn too. I said, man, ain't no way the heck he was going to class.
Oh man, but hold it though. But that would. But I mean, I hate to go. That would have stunned me. But when I went to Westinghouse, everybody went to school.
He said he got one more.
Okay, real quick, man. I got to get to boy JJ, man. We got to talk about the pros.
JJ Anderson. I remember when he was at Metro.
Metro, JJ.
Metro! I didn't even know.
The game. Am I right, JJ?
Say what?
When you at Metro, didn't you average like over 40-some points a game?
Yes.
Man, them days, man. That's when balling was balling, man.
Oh, cold.
I don't think nobody averaged them numbers nowadays.
Appreciate you, man.
He did.
Yeah, bad boy. Oh, I don't think nobody's averaged that since you.
Man, call in the next time, man. Thanks for calling, big dog.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
it. Love you, man.
In the state of Illinois.
Nobody in the state of Illinois has averaged 40 since you.
Ever. Man, please.
Wow. Has anybody ever averaged 40?
Voice Winners averaged 40 points.
Voice Winners averaged 40 points?
Voice Winners did?
He averaged that many?
Dang, I remember him.
Was he cold?
He can't dribble.
You took too long. He wasn't cold. Hey, y'all, let me let y'all know. This is Ball of the Baller. When you had that little pause in it, you ain't cold. Let me tell you, man. And let's get on this NBA thing, back on this NBA thing. And everybody's saying, we're watching LeBron. Like I said, I love LeBron. I love the way he handles himself. I love he ain't, you're not making him say stuff that he don't want to say.
Right.
He ain't trying to be politically correct, but he ain't stepping on no toes. And in the NBA, you got them guys that, go to company line and they do the thing, even though some of them are jerks, they still do the same thing. But I don't think LeBron is the linchpin in this thing. I think Kawhi Leonard is the linchpin.
Right.
I think that LeBron has done it all. I think LeBron is sitting back saying, or they talking, and deals are done before you get them. You've been up in the front office.
Right.
Whatever this deal is, it's already done. Right now. That means Kawhi and LeBron that said what they wanted to do, and then they throw it off to the teams and say, y'all figure it out. Because this is what's going to happen.
Right.
Regardless of what y'all say.
They're unrestricted.
They unrestricted, but I'm saying is that they can't stop it. But they can't stop it, though.
But they put the paper earlier that go ahead, JJ.
You're putting the paper. Don't believe the paper. Don't believe the paper.
Talk closer, JJ.
Kawhi got 1 year to go, and he's gonna play that deal out. Okay. Now San Antonio got to trade him.
They got to trade him this year, or if they get nothing for him.
Right.
So they got to trade him now.
Right.
to get something for him before. Yeah.
And Quiet has set out a whole year. And he say, I can cross my legs another year. Now y'all totally out.
Right.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is that when you look at the scenario, when you look at the whole situation, is that people think that when you read the paper, I go back to me and Isaiah when I left Dallas. That deal was done way before anybody knew that deal was going to be done. That deal was signed, inked, and delivered at least 3 months before, 3 weeks before
it didn't even hit the fan.
It was done. It was like, okay, you know.
You would have had Stephen A. there in your head telling all the business.
Listen, let me tell you, I love Stephen A. LeBron them ain't telling Stephen A. that. It ain't. Look, they are not telling Stephen A. that.
He's making stuff up. He's speculating.
What I'm saying is that Stephen A., you got a great show. I love you, brother. But you and I know, come real, is that LeBron ain't telling you that.
No. And that talking about that text message, I don't believe that.
Listen, man, show me the text message.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that on LeBron's situation and Quiet's situation, brother, I love you, Stephen A., but this is business, man. I can't tell you that.
No.
You're right.
I can't tell you that. This is business. This is our livelihood. This is my championships. And I can't allow that stuff to leak. So when you hear all this stuff about, sources said, ain't no source said nothing. I've been there, done that.
Right.
And
they just
They're
just creating bull crap.
Creating the buzz.
That's it. Just to make people watch.
Now he might get Stephen A. that little tidbit 24 hours before it go down.
Yeah.
24
hours. You know what I'm saying?
That's
happened. He might listen. I done been through it. I done been through it with Isaiah. I've been through it in Magic's office. I've been in the front office.
Right. Yep.
Because I've been on the other side. Stephen A. ain't never been in the making decision in the executive office side. He ain't been in that side. Now he think he got boys. He might have boys, but we're not telling him that. We're not telling him that.
Stephen A. You be lying.
I ain't gonna say lying, but
go ahead,
Jerry West.
Yeah, that's right. You did work with Jerry West.
Right. Yeah. He will tell you the day it happened, and then the owner said, "Why did this get out?" Jerry West said, "I don't know."
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. So what I'm saying is that you can't do it like that.
Right.
But they know business though.
I guess everybody thinks
1 year left, they be knowing.
Well, I mean, you can speculate.
Right.
You can speculate.
But like Brian bought a new house, $25 million house in LA.
But what I'm saying is that now.
So he going.
Hold up. Let's talk about this. How you know?
I don't know, but he opted out.
Well, he gonna opt out anyway. But how you know? But how you know? Who you know his kid go to school in LA?
His school.
How you know?
Boarding school over
Who
there.
said that?
Documentation approved.
Who said that?
Plays AAU ball there.
Who said? But this summertime.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying that it's not right, but what I'm saying is that
until it come out, then right.
Okay.
You're right, Mark. You're right.
Come on.
He bought a house in LA. All right. When his career over.
That's where he want to live.
Right.
I think that's where his wife wants to live.
I don't blame him.
But
that's where I want to live.
But what I'm saying is that, and I'm not saying everything is right.
Nope.
No, we're in Chicago.
Right.
I'm not saying everything right and everything is wrong, but, you can't. I mean, from my experience is that the big deals go down quickly.
Right.
Like when you seen the thing when talking about what's the kid that went to Boston?
Kyrie?
No, the boy Kyrie and LeBron. That deal was done way before we got any of that stuff out on the thing. Cause first thing you heard about Kyrie is that I'm on the block. No, Kyrie wasn't on the block. Kyrie was traded already.
Right.
Kyrie was traded.
You think it was dissension between them?
You
think it was real turmoil there?
No. All you got to look at the film. When LeBron turned to Kyrie and said,
"You can't do that."
Right.
What?
You can't do that. You have to do that thing respectfully.
Oh, he got in his face talking crazy?
Right.
You got to do it respectfully.
Because, Kyrie is a killer.
Kyrie's a killer.
Killer. Man, that man got so much.
But you know what, though? On the other side of that, there could have been a little respect, and then I'll give you guys some more of our Pistons stuff. I don't know if I told you these guys before. Because it was hard for me, man, because I'm going into a situation in Detroit where most of y'all just came on the team to play with Isaiah. that ain't where I came in the NBA. I came in there to carry a team.
Right.
So my role was totally different than any of y'all understand.
Right.
I come to carry a team. So I came in, and the first thing when I knew there was a difference is that a reporter came up to me and asked me about Michael Jordan. We were playing in Chicago. And I told the reporter, I says, make a long story short, I said that Michael Jordan, the best player in the NBA, right?
Yeah.
But see, I'm a killer though. Bill Lambier said, "You don't ever tell anybody he's a." I say, so that's when I knew. I say, so you don't have the mind of a killer. The mind of a killer say, I can say he the best player.
Yeah,
in the
you
NBA,
can say that,
but
man.
he better not switch off on me. I'll crush him. He better not. He better bring Horace Grant back down here. Well, he can't bring Scottie Pippen over here. He can't. He
too light.
Think about guarding me. Not even a question.
Y'all gave him a headache.
Listen, well, I don't know where he
had that migraine.
No, what I'm saying is that, JJ,
Scotty.
I wasn't looking at no small forwards.
Yeah.
No, there wasn't no small forwards coming over to guard me. It wasn't going to happen. So with Lambier, I was like, you don't understand is that you have the role player mentality, which is good. And I have the what? Role player mentality. Right. A killer is a killer.
Killers don't kill.
Because Larry Bird would say, oh man, he's a fine player, but he's trying to crush you.
Stick to that though, Mark.
He's trying to crush
settle
you.
that argument about Larry Bird, man.
Ooh.
Would y'all settle that, man?
Cole,
this is personal right here because somebody told me something about Bird the other day. Talk about Bird.
Look, I played against Bird my freshman year in college. When we went down there, he scored 50 points on us. And when they came to us, Dick put 2 guys on them.
He put 2 people on.
Larry Bird went and standing in the corner, said, none of my other guys going to kid you.
Let them play. Let them play. Let me tell you. I mean, I think I've told people before, and I'm not disrespecting anybody in the NBA. And if you think I'm disrespecting you, I don't really care. Because what real is real, and I told you I'm keeping it 100, is that when I played small forwards in the NBA, no, hold up, I didn't play small forwards.
Right. Never switch off.
They ain't putting them on me. I have power forward on me.
Right.
I wish I'd have had small forwards all my life. But so when you talk about the forwards that was cold, and a lot of people go off all the hype that they put, because they fit the mold. Mm-hmm. But when you went to Boston, Cole. They don't get this guy no credit. When you went to New York, Bernard King.
What was Kevin McHale's nickname?
Minnesota Tall.
Right.
Kevin McHale. Let me tell you, Kevin McHale, that's another guy.
Minnesota
Tall. Kevin McHale was undoubtedly, other than Olajuwon, Kevin McHale, one of the best post players I ever seen.
Yes.
He one of the best post players you ever. Kevin McHale. Ooh. If you didn't go double Kevin McHale, somebody was getting tortured. They getting tortured up under there. You hear me?
Let's show the right.
Oh, you couldn't stop him. Minnesota Tall. Hey, good guy. Hey, good guy. And they give all those guys bad raps. Man, when I played Boston team, I wanted to crush them. I'm going after them, right? But on an individual basis, man, Boston guys was cool, man. Boston guys were cool. When you got out the court or when you did, man, they were cool, man. But, they had what everybody didn't have. Like, thing that we had, too.
13, 14.
No, the fact that when we get on the floor, you ain't my buddy.
Right. Thank you.
Hey, JJ.
I think Dennis Johnson made them legit when he went to that point.
Dennis Johnson was a bad boy.
Right.
But when he went over there, wasn't
no busters back then.
Right. It wasn't.
Wasn't no busters.
When I would play with Andrew Toney,
dude.
And he said, watch this. We played against Boston.
He was a Boston killer.
Right?
Thank you.
He was a Boston killer.
Right.
Yeah, Andrew Toney was a Boston killer.
He was getting 40 a night too, wasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, they didn't want to do nothing.
He was standing up all day.
Andrew Toney, they won't do nothing. But you know what? When I look at that, man, when you talk about today and yesterday, I can look at 2 or 3 teams when I say, whoa, they got cold in every spot. But when I go back to our era, and y'all go look at this, it was cold everywhere.
Yeah, right,
what I'm saying, it was cold everywhere because you go to L.A., Kareem, Worthy, Magic,
Cooper.
and Cooper,
Byron Scott.
But I'm saying is that now, where your week at?
Right.
Where your week at?
Kurt Rambis come off the bench.
But I'm saying now, who was the
right.
Who was the point guard in the finals this year with Cleveland? What's his name? I'm not disrespecting.
The one that missed the free throw, and J.R. Smith caught the rap for.
Yeah, no disrespect, but
he missed the free throw.
You can play, but what I'm saying is, look at that Laker team. Okay,
loaded.
Hold it. What I'm saying is now let's just move over to.
But you know, Cleveland, you don't know.
No, not that team he had.
You don't know.
He shouldn't have blew it up. He got rid of D. Rose, D. Wade. I mean, Isaiah Thomas, the little short dude. He had it.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that in our era, there were no weak holes. Wasn't no holes.
Okay,
wasn't no weak holes.
Okay. You got drafted. You got that drafted today. 30 teams. We got drafted. It was 23 teams.
Yeah, it was.
Right.
So it wasn't that many holes left. So it was
right.
So it wasn't as diluted. See, it's kind of diluted now.
Yeah, because it's 60 picks.
Yeah, 60 picks.
Rounds, yeah, it was. Yeah, 60 picks.
Mm-hmm.
But they got all this other stuff too, man. Hold it.
Here go the other thing is that, and I'm gonna try to get it clean and clear as it can. Is that in my era, unless you was Kareem, you wasn't holding no spot at 38, 35.
Right.
I'm taking that job. Like who? Oh, you dog, you done had yours. And not that I'm coming in saying that I'm trying to halfway take it. At the end of this practice, you're gonna say, I'm done. I'm done.
You said if you ain't Kareem.
If you ain't Kareem, if you go back and look, it wasn't no 38s and no. Listen, Mister, I'm taking that job.
Yeah.
And now, in fact, you gonna give it to me after I get through dropping these. I get through busting you up for about. Wouldn't happen like that. Because Isaiah had he went to Detroit. He had Rory Sparrow as his the point guard that was in front of him.
Yeah.
And he was talking about this ain't gonna take but a week. I was like, Zeke, what are you talking about? He said, man, I'm busting him up. I'm busting him up.
So you see him live. Why y'all calling me?
But when I went to Philly, they had Dr. J and Bobby Jones.
Ooh.
Then
Mo Cheeks wasn't there?
Yeah, he was there, but I played small forward.
Okay.
And I went to Utah. They had Avery Danley and John Drew.
You didn't have no room.
Right.
They was young enough to keep playing too. You didn't have no room.
Right.
You didn't have no room.
Right.
No, those were ballers. Those were ballers back then.
Right.
But go 38. You couldn't go 38 during our era. You wouldn't. But TC guys now, teams were kicking you out because listen,
they putting you out.
They're putting you out.
Mike played till he was 38.
Yeah, but that's Black Cat.
Okay.
Come on, that's Black Cat. Come on, man. Mike a different monster, man.
But,
different monster.
But
dang,
he got hurt one time in his career.
Did he hurt one time? Wow, I didn't know that.
When he broke a foot.
Who you talking about, Mike?
Right.
Yeah, he did. He broke his foot when he was out his rookie year.
Right.
He broke his foot. Remember, he was out that year, and Reinsdorf and them didn't want him to play.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept monitoring his minutes, and
he
Mike
broke his foot.
Yeah, like his second year in the league.
Right.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that. That's the only injury. Oh, Mike, I'm cool with you, man. That's the only injury I ever had was broke my foot.
Yeah.
I broke mine my first year in the league and was leading I was leading the league in scoring. First year in the league. That was the worst injury I ever had so far as timing because I was going to lead the league. I was going to be one of the first rookies to ever
lead the league.
Man, they couldn't guard me. I'm like, y'all, are you serious? Once I got in there, I was like, oh, okay, none of y'all guard me. None of y'all. Look, dog, I was going in.
What would you average, 29?
I was leading the league in scoring.
Right.
And I was 16, 18 games in and broke my foot.
Dang.
Hold it. But it was like, I was from the day one, but that's what that pro league helped me with.
Right.
When I walk in from day one, like, giving them the business
That's
like
sweet.
day one. But oh man, see, but you know what? I wanna shift one more time here. I don't know how long. All right, I know you gotta go.
Right.
I want to shift for about 2 minutes, and I want to shift to this: is that all the NBA players that I know that are working to get a title. All you guys out there with all your, your hopes and dreams and things like this, a few of y'all, I'm finna bust y'all bubble. Because if you see your team not putting the work in and describing the work that they're trying to put in, y'all not getting there. You're not finna make it. When you talk about, like we talk about Golden State, when you see Golden State talk about what they're doing and how they're trying to get better, and then you look at them, you can see like, y'all really trying to get.
They're trying to get Dwight Howard with this shit.
Hey, well, I'm trying to tell you, let me tell you a really crazy thing. It won't happen, but you know what would be the best team for LeBron James to go to, in my opinion?
San Antonio.
Utah.
Yep. Utah? Over there with that young boy?
Utah.
They loaded over there, too.
Utah.
He might end up
Look,
there.
I'm telling you, it ain't going to happen because it ain't a big enough stage for LeBron. But I'm saying just so far as basketball in its totality is, when you look at what they got and what they missing, you put LeBron on that team.
They win right away.
Right.
Hold it. And they challenge. What I'm saying is that Houston had Golden State until CP3 went down.
Right.
But did you see the games against Utah and Houston?
Man,
Houston Utah was in there.
I know.
I thought they were going to get him.
Mitchell. He was.
Nice.
Man,
and what I'm saying is that they play team basketball.
Right.
Yeah.
LeBron will be able to play comfortably and do what he does because you ain't finna cheat. You ain't finna do nothing. And that coach, they better start giving him some more credit. Let me tell you, that coach in Utah,
he's a great coach.
And I say this, like I'm saying this, I ain't got no black or white in me. Him, he can coach. I don't know if they put him in a thing for the coach of the year, but he should have been.
Right.
Because he can coach. Man, I know you got to go, man.
Man, give a shout out to All Things NBA basketball.
All Things NBA, yes, sir.
Give it out to the guys,
glad to be a part of the family, man.
Listen, give a shout out to Playmakers Radio, the Playmakers Radio, man. Shout out to them young guys. Mark talking to them.
Y'all getting this, man. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all
Intellectual Radio, man. Our home, our launching pad, man. Shout out to Intellectual Radio, man.
We appreciate y'all, man, and we're gonna do this again. And what I'm gonna do next time, man, is I'm going to the floor a little bit, man. I got to show y'all some things that they lying to y'all about, that they teaching y'all, and I'm coming 100, and then I'm going to show you how they lying to you, and then show you how it's really done, especially for you young ballers, man.
Let me ask JJ something, though. So what you doing nowadays, real quick, before you get out of here? You got limos, right? You drive limos?
Yeah, I drive a limo 3 days a week, and then taking care of my mom. That's why I came back here.
Okay.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I heard you had to come take care of your mom.
Yeah, man. But I drive a limo because everybody works.
Right.
So
that's great business. Man.
Well, let me tell you, man. I want you back, and what I really want to do, man, is that I want to spread your knowledge of the game. Okay. And we're gonna make sure that we gonna hit you all the time, man. I want you to baseball out, man, and drop your show in here, man. But okay, I want to make sure and then you can go. Now we got connections all over.
Oh yeah,
so we can have anybody we want on the show.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we can have anybody we want.
That's
so
huge,
hey, this is my boy, only brother I know that I thought could put it in the hole better than I could. To this day,
JJ
Anderson. My boy, Jay, appreciate you, man.
Thank you, man. Thanks for letting me dream as a young man. Mark, we can keep chopping it up, man. JJ, out of here, man. We can keep chopping it up, man. We're going to take a 5-minute break right quick. A 5-minute break real quick.
Man, I'm going to holler at you.
Hey, let's get a picture.
I want you to...
I know what you're thinking. I want to try that purple mattress. Wow, what a beautiful bed. It's a beautiful bed.
Everyone asks us about our purple. They want to know how it feels. It is different than every other mattress. That's why we love it.
I've always wanted to try one of those. I don't know. My sister-in-law's cousin loves her.
Oh, is that the new purple mattress?
You bet your sweet hat it is.
Does it sleep real cool?
So cool.
Green light.
Let's go.
The hype is real. Test drive and buy the all-new purple mattress at a local mattress firm near you.
Hey, welcome back, man. And I want to really give a heart thanks to J.J. Anderson, you know.
Man.
And I think basketball at that point, you know, I know everybody's everywhere over the country, but, you know, as I'm concerned, basketball was, in that time, was the biggest in the entire country, you know, here in Chicago, because, you know, we had just first round All-American picks. We had just,
the six you just named that y'all played together with, man, all went pro.
Yeah,
that's massive, dude.
All playing on the same team.
That's massive, man. All y'all graduated the same year?
Yeah, all of us went in the league the same year.
That's class of 79.
Isaiah was the youngest.
He came after y'all. He went to Indiana and won it his first year, right?
His second year.
His second year
he won it.
Shout out to Zeke, man. Shout out to Zeke, man.
That's my boy. Totally.
Y'all boys been winners y'all whole life, man. That's amazing, man.
Well, you know,
in that type of atmosphere.
But you know, it's the competition level, man. And you know, you guys that are talking to young players and are seeing young players, and you know, one guy called in and was talking about the training and all that stuff. And man, listen, how you get a game is going out competing against the best. And when we talk about MJ, MJ in his world, whatever he does, he wants to win. You know, I think James Worthy said that, you know, he was winning a few games until MJ got there. And in his DNA, he wanted to win all the games.
You talking about that in college?
In college.
Oh, yeah. So when Mike came there as a freshman, he challenged him.
But what I'm saying is that's what you got to do out there. That's what I did. That's what Isaiah did. I mean, you got to
go in there and take what you want.
But if you in there just dribbling around, running around cones, and you know, seeing 50 shots, that ain't real.
No,
that's not real, man.
We grew up playing every day, man, 3-4 times a day, man. Mama come home. You know, we ain't had no money, so you know that shoe. That hole be right there in the bottom of that mud. You got to push that sock back up in that boy. Come on, man. Hey. Mark, I want to ask you this, though. I couldn't wait to get here because we was talking yesterday. Yeah. And you were telling me, man, you taught a couple of guys your game.
Yeah. Well, I did get to teach a couple of guys my game, you know, and that's that thing where I'm telling you, you learn from playing against each other.
I'm talking about the guys who you told me.
Yeah, well, first it happened when Donnie Walsh and Isaiah was the coach at the Pacers. Mm-hmm. He called me in and said he wants to build his team. So I basically helped him build the Pistons team, you know.
The Pacers.
No, I helped him build the Pistons team too.
The Pistons team too?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we were going to do it again. So he asked me to come in, and I was just supposed to come down there 2 weeks, go home 2 weeks, and do it like that because I wasn't finna be, you know,
living in Indiana.
Well, just had snow. I was living in Texas, man. Come on, I was living in snow, man.
Chicago,
dude, man, snow. So I came up, and he and Donnie Walsh talked about going to build, and they asked me to go see Jermaine O'Neal. He was at Portland at that time. And I went and saw Jermaine, and I'm keeping it 100 with everybody. It is exactly how it went. I went to Portland and I saw Jermaine and I looked at him. His high school coach was a gentleman named George Glint. Well, I love him, man. Good guy. And when I came back, I don't pull no punches. And they said, well, what do you think about him? I said, with the right tools, and if he works like I think he'll work, I say he'll probably be an all-star in about 2 years. They laughed at me. They absolutely laughed at me.
No way this wiry 6'9", 6'10".
Well, Portland was getting rid of him.
Right.
Portland was getting rid of him. And then, then he said, well, okay, we want you to give assessments of who plays exactly like me. And I taught him like me was Al Harrington.
Mm-hmm.
Al Harrington.
You taught Al Harrington everything you know.
Man, Al Harrington would call me up at 12 at night and say, hey, come over to Lifetime.
Right, Lifetime, 24 hours.
Come over to Lifetime, man, and I want you to show me more of the moves. And I taught Al Harrington most of my game.
Right.
When you look at him, if people know game, when you look at Al Harrington, his game is a lot like mine.
Yeah.
And
all that
footwork and that pounding.
That standing up, stand you up.
What really got me is that the first time he was in the game, and they were running the play, Reggie Miller was on his team too. They were running the play, and they were to play around, and somebody switched off on him, and the ball was on the opposite side of the floor. And Al said, stop, bring it around here. Look what I got. Like, did he just stop the whole play and say, hey, look what I got, bring it over here?
Right.
And commenced to putting torture on people. And he's always say, Charles, my game nicer than yours. I said, Al, your game ain't going.
He can't beat the teacher.
Your game will never be, man. And Jonathan Bender was a part of that group too.
Right.
All of them was high school boys.
Right.
Each one of them came out of
high school. They was tall too, 6'9".
Yeah, each one of them came out of high school.
Wow, that was all about. I think they should be able to come out of high school, Mark. What you think?
You know what? I'm not against them coming out of high school. I'm not against them coming out of high school, and I'm not against them being paid to stay. You can figure that out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you figure out how you got to pay everybody else that's a part of the NCAA organization. Everybody getting paid but the players.
Right.
And the guy that's putting down the wires in the floor, he getting paid.
Paid, boy.
The only one that'll get paid is that kid that's on the floor.
Right. And they said they give you a scholarship.
Okay.
Everybody ain't getting a scholarship.
Hey, no, I'm down for education. I want everybody to graduate. That's the thing I want to happen. But do you really think that's fair?
I don't think it's fair. I think they should all get a league minimum of $100,000 a year, and I would like to start with my son's generation now.
But the problem is that you really have to think about it because, in college, when you put them, you got to put them all on the same salaries.
Right.
That's fair. You can't, well, then you got somebody who don't play at all.
That's all right. There's some dudes in the NBA doing that.
Yeah, you're right.
I went to a game with my guy. I forget who that dude was. Blake or one of them dudes. I was just sat and watched him on the bench. He didn't get off that bench.
Man, all the guys out there, man, how many different groups that we got out there? We got a lot of groups out there following us now, man.
Man, shout out to all the Facebook groups, man, that's chiming in on here.
I mean,
man, thank y'all, man. First of all, again, back to all things NBA. Christopher, y'all crew, man, down there, man, in Jersey, in DC, in Indiana. Man, shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man, helping us at Intellectual Radio grow this show.
And what I really want y'all to do is that I'm fortunate to be able to touch probably anybody and everybody. And, I won't get them all at one time, but give me some ideas of different guests you would like to be on.
Right.
And if I don't get them on this way, believe me, I can long distance get them on. So we're going to start doing that lineup, and getting guests now, and, a lot of my friends are ready to go. So we're going to build that guest list up.
That's going to be huge, man.
Yeah,
it's going to be massive.
We're going to have fun with that. But like I say, I'm keeping it, like they say, 100. Everything is not going to be politically correct with me. But go check me I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, you know. So we're gonna go at it like that.
Hey man, and tune in to my show tomorrow, man. The Chicago Millionaire Radio Show. My boy, the Mississippi Slab and the Gibbs brothers, and Mark might double back down tomorrow on my show.
Back here messing with him, and I get enough of all.
I said,
I don't want nothing.
That's all good, man. So what you got closing for everybody, man?
No, all I want is that when you come back, I'll answer it. I'll keep it totally from the cuff. I don't care where I cross. I'm not gonna let no lies come through here, and I'm gonna give you an opinion on what's going on. So don't be fooled. And I don't think a lot of people will give you the honest opinion what's going on.
Go follow Mark on Twitter too. What's your Twitter handle again, big dog?
What is it, man? You know I don't be.
Oh man, just look for Mark Aguirre Twitter, man. We just opened it up yesterday. Follow Mark Aguirre on Twitter,
I'm trying to keep it straight, man. I'm trying to keep it straight. But hey, listen, it's nice here in Chicago, and I'm finna get out in it.
Me too.
Hey, appreciate everybody.
Thank y'all for watching,
and we'll be back with you.
Your boy Robert Bobby Reed up out of here. The host.
All right, baby.
The host with the most, Mark Aguirre.
I'm out, man.
Let's go, man.
I'm out.
Shot time, man. We doing this for y'all.